All right, so now we're going to go through some post-exercise stretching. So again, we can do these after competition, after training, and then again after exercise. So the focus is to control the breathing, and we're going to be holding these movements for roughly about 30 to 60 seconds. So the first movement we have is called the straight leg raise. So you can get a band or a towel at home to do this movement. So what we do is put it around the bottom of the foot, and then we try and keep that leg straight and pull the foot towards us. So this is going to be stretching the back of your thigh or your hamstring muscle. So we hold this, like I said, for 30 to 60 seconds, and then we swap to the other side. So many different objects around the home can be used to do this stretch. So just grab whatever's convenient for you. You can also even do it in a doorway or up against a piece of furniture. Just like Graham is demonstrating right now. So make sure we focus on our breathing throughout the movement. Okay, so we're going to move to the next one. This next one is a previous exercise that we have done in the pre-exercise. It's called the hip internal-external rotation. So we're going to get into this pose where we have one foot internally rotated and the other one externally rotated. We're going to hold it for the 30 to 60 seconds, and then we're going to move to the other side and then hold it on the other side as well. So we're going to be nice and relaxed. Again, focus on our breathing. Whereas compared to the pre-exercise, we're only holding it for about a few, 5 to 10 seconds. This one, we're holding it for a lot longer. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next exercise, which is called a child's pose. We're going to get into all fours. We're going to split our knees and then sit between our feet and then stretch our hands out, aiming to try and get our armpits to touch the ground. Okay, remember to focus on your breathing, and we hold this for a set amount of time. Alright, so we're going to move on to the next exercise, which was also in the pre-exercise routine. It's called the archer, but again, it's going to be for a lot longer of a hold. So you can grab a foam roller, as you can see with Graham here, to support your knee, or if you are quite flexible, you can just have your knee straight on the ground. So we're going to have our bottom leg straight and our top leg bent. Put our bottom hand straight out and our other top hand on top, and then we're going to slide across the chest, lying our shoulders back against the ground, and then trying to touch our wrist to the other side of the floor, holding it in this position, just breathing in and out and relaxing through the movement. And once we've held it for the certain period of time, we'll come back in, swap to the side, and do the other end. Again, just relaxing through the movement and making sure we breathe nice and controlled breaths. Okay, so that concludes all the floor movements. So now we're going to get up and do what's called the calf step stretch. So we're just going to find any form of step we can in the house, find something we can grab onto, go onto one leg, and then slowly release that heel down, stretching the calf muscle. If you need some support, you can always use your other foot as well to take a bit of the load off. Keeping our leg nice and straight and dropping our heel down. So we hold this for the 30 to 60 seconds and then we do both sides. So now we're moving on to the final stretch, which is like a doorway stretch. So you can find any kind of beam or doorway or anything you can do this up against. So we're going to put our forearm nice and straight up against the wall. We're going to have our upper arm nice and straight, and we're going to twist our torso and try and get our shoulder a little bit in front of our elbow to really stretch out the chest. Again, make sure we're breathing throughout the movement and then moving so we can do the other side as well. Again, forearm nice and straight, twisting that torso and just trying to get the shoulder a little bit forward until we feel a stretch in our chest muscle. And that concludes our stretching exercises.